we're gonna overload my Psych Rift.
What?
Jay.
I can
If I
counter
gotta
it.
die,
Yeah. So
if I gotta die, I'm gonna make sure you blow so much good stuff. It's crazy.
that's so good.
It's so
I hate it,
crazy.
but I love it.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Elder Dragon Hooligans. My name is Dustin Fletcher, and today we have a very, very special episode with a very special guest. Today, we have Emmaskyward joining us for the show, and we are playing a Kindred Typal Showdown. So excited for you to find out who everyone's playing and who all is joining us here at the Hooligan table. So let's sit back and find out who's playing and who they're playing.
Hi guys, I'm Emma. I'm known as Emmaskyward online, and today I am debuting a new commander, Hakbal, who is a Simic Merfolk Typal commander. My goal with this deck is to play a bunch of Merfolk Typal creatures and explore by putting counters on them, playing extra lands. Today I'm really hoping to give everybody islands and then swing in with Island Walk. I've got a couple of ways in the deck to do that, and I'd love to see that pop off. Although I think I am playing against two blue decks already, so I think I have an advantage on this field. I recently also played Merfolk in Modern at a regional championship and performed really well. I made some cash, and that was pretty exciting. So I'm trying to keep the fish train rolling.
Yar, mateys! My name is Jay, and today I'm going to be playing Admiral Brass the Unsinkable. I've actually only come here for one thing and one thing only today, and that's to try to make sure that Dylan doesn't win. He doesn't know it yet, but I can't stand his human deck. It sits back, it watches things, and it delegates. And I hope to stop that from happening today. I'm gonna make a lot of treasure, and I'm hoping to take what's theirs, envelop the actual spirit of being a true pirate. I wanna steal everything and make it mine.
What's up everybody, my name's Dylan, and today we're going to be playing Kenrith the Returned King. We're going to be aiming to put as many humans on the board as we possibly can, and potentially win through many different combat tricks, including horseback. But the only thing that matters is I beat Dustin, so check it out.
Hey everybody, today I am gonna be playing one of my all-time favorite decks, Squirrely Wrath. That's right, we're playing Camellia the Seedmiser, and it's a squirrel typal deck. We're bringing in squirrel kindreds. We're gonna make an army of squirrels. We're gonna overrun all of our opponents with squirrels, but other than that, we're also gonna be making foods. We're gonna be foraging, sacrificing foods, making squirrels, getting things out of our graveyard possibly. We're gonna be doing so much stuff, it's gonna be nuts.
All right, Dylan, you got the thing. Welcome in, Emma. Welcome back, Jay. Let's have some Kindred fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
May the best Kindred Typal win.
yeah, take out Dustin first, got it. What's wrong with turn?
Getting a lot of Dustin hate.
It's you know, it's all good.
You'll learn quickly.
Yeah.
If you
What
didn't
do you-
notice, it's not really Dustin, it's a squirrel.
It's true. It's true.
He's really a squirrel.
I'll play a Triumph and pass.
Bet. Okay. Draw. Oh, we got there. Okay, cool. I'll play a mountain, and I'll tap that mountain to play Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. When Ragavan Nimble Pilferer deals damage to a player, I can create a treasure token and exile the top card of that player's library, and I can play until the end of the turn. And he also has dash, but I'm not using a dash ability. Let's go.
Awesome. Draw for turn. I'm gonna start us off by shocking in a breeding pool.
Yeah.
Losing 2. First life loss. Soul Ring.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pass you.
All right.
I think Ragavan's worse.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty
Might
bad.
be the first. Soul Ring's not the worst thing, it was just played.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'm only
So
starting my stealing off early.
after drawing, I will play a Polluted Delta. I will go ahead and crack that, and I will go get my Bayou. All right, so I will lose a life, and I will get my Bayou. I will tap that for a Bop! Birds of Paradise! And I will pass turn.
Dustin just has to rub it in super early.
It's okay.
All right, let's have some fun here. I will play a Cavern of Souls naming humans,
Human.
and I think I'll hold up mana and say go,
All
my
right.
dear friend.
Well, don't worry. You're not my target anyway. Draw per turn. I'll play an Tainted Isle.
It's gonna get worse when you play Gaia's Cradle.
You know, I'm hoping that we can kill him before that happens. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love it. All this Dustin hate is so good.
Feeling attacked here.
We're gonna enter into combat, and Ragavan will attack at Dustin. Any response, Dustin? It's a 2-1 coming your way to your 0-1.
I'm gonna block with your bird.
I really don't,
I think
but
you should.
I agree.
I could hit that. I could hit a Guy's Cradle. I haven't played a land yet.
You could.
Can I play that land?
I'm a little worried, so I am gonna block with my bird.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna block with my bop.
Wow.
Yep.
Man.
I didn't
Okay.
expect that. That
That's what it's where we are.
that definitely changed a little bit of the things here. I'll say go.
You know, I'll be honest though. Big props to you, Jay, for swinging in at the only person who had a creature.
I did it because the land made me mad. I can't afford that. That's my deck.
All right, I'm going to play a Botanical Sanctum untapped because I have 2 or fewer lands. I'm going to float 2 colorless, get 1 blue, play a Vidalian Hex Catcher. I'm not going to use the flash. It gives other Merfolk +1/+1, and I can sacrifice a Merfolk to counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. I'm going to use the other floating... Actually, I didn't need to do it that way, but this is fine. I am going to use an additional blue to play Stony Brook Banneret. It has Island Walk, and Merfolk spells and wizard spells you cast cost 1 less. I did need the extra mana. So I played them in reverse. They're both here, and we are good. Go ahead.
Solid.
That's pretty good.
It's terrifying.
It's quite terrifying. But I have a Bayou, so.
It's all right. You know, Merfolk going after
Apparently.
the person on the boat. So.
Yep. Land return will be Cassin Garenberg. Garenbrig. It enters untapped because I control the forest. I'll tap 2 for a Nature's Lure. I will go get another forest. All right, I will go get my Overgrown Tomb. I will shock it in, so I will take 2, going down to 37. I will then tap my Overgrown Tomb for a Gilded Goose. And when it enters, I will make a food token. I can pay 1, a green, tap it to create a food token, or I can tap it, sacrifice a food, and add 1 mana of any color. And I will pass turn.
That is a squirrel deck.
We'll get there eventually.
It's getting a little
Only
nutty.
played birds so
Yeah.
far.
So far, it has
Suspicious.
been birds.
Right?
I'm going to shock in a Sacred Foundry, going down to 38, and say, don't mess with me. Go ahead.
Don't mess with you.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems like a threat. Sir, I'm not good with threat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I drew for turn. I'm gonna play a Dragon Skull Summit. It comes into play untapped because I control a mountain. I'm going to enter into combat, and I'm going to take a chance this time and swing at you, Dylan.
That's fair.
2 damage coming your way.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Wonderful.
I'll take 2 from Ragavan and go down to 36.
And as a pirate, I will create 1 treasure,
Yes, you will.
and I will exile the top card. And I can play. It's a Nature's Lure. Wait, this only gives me 4.
Yeah, failed to find.
No, sir. We will not be doing that. I will pay 3 mana in order to play a Black Market Connection.
Ooh.
It's fair.
It's very on theme, too.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
very, very on theme.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep to that, I'll go ahead and pass turn.
Perfect. Draw for turn. And land for turn is going to be regular island. And I'm going to pay 2 like this for Kapala, Warden of the Waves. Costs 1 less to cast. And this says that spells that your opponents cast that target a merfolk cost 2 more, and abilities your opponents activate that target a merfolk cost 2 more as well.
So we're not going fishing.
Please.
Even though I'm on a boat.
Please no. Please no. And I will pay 2 colorless for a Thought Vessel, no maximum hand size.
All right.
And I will use Final Blue for Preordain. Scry 2 and draw.
That was a lot.
Turn.
And I
Where's my Ristic Study when I need it?
Yeah.
That would have been a lot.
Where's my Ristic Study when I need
don't
it?
want
You don't need a Ristic Study.
You're not playing blue for
green.
1.
I think we can do some dams, so I'm
have
gonna
to.
send.
Be nice.
I think we
But
should
why?
build a dam to stop the flood of merfolk that's coming.
It's true. Squirrels
wouldn't-
notably not good at building dams.
No, they're not.
That would be beavers. No island walk. Shockingly, there are no
On the
islands.
mountain? Would you like to come to the mountains?
Nah, that's not a good place for fish.
No.
I am gonna send 2 at you,
Okay.
buffed by the Hex Catcher, and 1 at you, because it does not buff itself.
No blocks on my side.
Great. I'll pass the turn.
All right, so I will take 2, go into 35. All right, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. We will go ahead and tap 3. 1 of any color, a green and a black, to cast my commander, Camilla the Seedmiser, a 3/3 legendary squirrel warlock with menace. Other squirrels I control have menace. Whenever I sacrifice 1 or more foods, I make a 1/1 green squirrel, and I can pay 2 forage and put a +1 counter on each other squirrel I control, and foraging is either sacrificing a food or exiling 3 cards from my graveyard. I am going to actually tap my Gilded Goose, sacrificing this food for a green. When I do so, I will make a squirrel, and I will cast Delighted Halfling.
I'm really glad I slowed him down just a little bit.
Everything else has Summoning Sickness. That is my all I can do, so I will pass turn.
All right.
I will miss my land drop.
Wrath the board?
Will miss my land drop.
Unfortunately, Wrath is not in this deck.
Oh.
But a favorite land that I just drew is Homeward Path.
I love that land.
Notably, I can tap it so each player gains control of their permanents. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be making a lot of friends with this card. I'm going to tap 4 and play Thalia and the Gitrog monster.
Certainly.
Oh, fine.
So we're going to try to deal with some of this by making this stuff come in tapped. You know, it's not a bad thing. She has First Strike and Death Touch. I can play an additional land on each of my turns. Creatures and non-basic lands my opponents control do enter tapped. And then whenever I attack with her, I can sacrifice a creature or a land and draw a card. I am going to now play my second land for turn. Play Hallowed Fountain. I will pay 2, go down to 34, so it comes in untapped. And I will tap it for a blue and play a Training Grounds. Activated abilities of creatures I control cost 2 less to activate. Notably for Kenrith, super good. and that's it. Hopefully that deals with some of Dustin's stuff. Unfortunately, it deals with y'all's too, but that's not my problem.
My turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, I draw. Let's see. Upkeep, we're going to go ahead and create another treasure token, which will cost me a life. So, you know what? 2. And I will draw an extra card. That will cost me 3 life total, thanks to Black Market Connection.
Yeah.
I will play a Swamp, which is a basic land.
Yeah.
Comes into play untapped. That's great. I'm going to
What that's about.
tap 3 mana in order to play a Herald's Horn. Herald Horn basically enters the battlefield and choose a creature type. I'm going to choose Pirates. Creatures you control of that chosen type cost 1 less to cast, and at the beginning of my upkeep, look at the top card of my library. If it's a creature of the chosen type, I can reveal it and then put it into my hand before I do my draw. So hopefully that helps out a little bit with the Pirates.
Good card advantage.
Just a little bit. But I still don't have anything to do with the board. The board is quite awful right now to look at. All right, so I'm gonna tap this, and I'm gonna sack 2 treasures in order to bring out Fane the Broker, who will come out tapped, thanks to someone. Fane the Broker has 3 different abilities. I can either sacrifice a creature, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, or I can remove a counter from a creature you control and create a treasure token, or I can sacrifice an artifact, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling that has flying, or I can pay 3 colorless, 1 black, and untap Fane the Broker, which I will not be doing that last one for a while. But I think I will end my turn.
Rad. Okay, we're gonna go untapsies.
The unfortunate thing is I do now have an island, and there is island
Yeah,
walk
there
on
is
the board,
in fact
which
island walk.
kind of is unfortunate for me, but
Upkeep.
Yeah, guess what? First Strike Death Touch doesn't stop.
well, you know, my humans are on the ground. Okay, they're hanging out like Midwest. Or nowhere near water. So.
A good and funny twist. I'm gonna play a Vine Glimmer Snarl. I'm not gonna reveal anything. It's gonna enter tapped anyway.
There are good sides and there are
Yeah.
bad sides.
Yeah, and then I'm going to pay 2/3 for my commander, who I should probably read for the first time. I've never played this deck before. I'm having the most fun, truly. So my commander is Hakbal, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, each Merfolk creature you control explores. Whenever Hakbal attacks, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. You may, if you don't, draw a card. Tapped. He's tapped.
Pretty good.
He's tapped, though. It's fine.
Notably, his activated ability does not matter whether he's tapped or not.
No.
Triggered ability? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move to combat. So we'll just left to right explore.
Alright.
The explore mechanic, just for everyone, reads: reveal the top card of your library, put that card into your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on the exploring creature, and then put that card back or into your graveyard.
It's like Surveil, but better.
Yes. So we have dice.
It's gross.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. This is left. It is a Simic Signet.
You could choose to put it back on top of your deck and give everybody a +1.
I don't want to do that,
Oh,
but
so
I'm
it's
gonna.
gonna go.
It's gonna go to the graveyard.
Yep.
We're gonna get counter. Let's go next. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're gonna we're gonna sit with that.
You sure you don't want to put that in the graveyard? No.
That'd be great if you put that in the graveyard.
I agree.
No, I'm gonna leave that on top. And does Homeboy explore too?
I think it's each.
Each Merfolk. So they're all gonna go up 1.
So basically, you just got to keep putting that back on top and reusing it for each explorer.
Yeah, that's the way that interaction works. Is it's checking the Tishanas every time and exploring, and I want that card, so we're gonna
We don't want you to have that
The
card.
beautiful thing about Thoughts Oracle being on top.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that Tristan's Tidebinder?
It is. The card on top is Tishana's Tidebinder, which has Flush, and when it ETBs, counters up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. And then that card, if an ability or is countered, that card will lose all abilities for as long as Tishana's is on the field.
Hey, what does Kenrith do?
Listen. We're not gonna talk. Listen. I personally feel safe right now. I want to keep it that way.
Love to Tidebind the heck out of Camilla. Let's do some dams. I would love to not swing at you because you have a first strike death touch. And you
I have a monkey.
have a monkey.
I do have an island, so I could not block your
this
island
is
walk.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's spread it out a little bit though. I'm going to send the 4/4 at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let's go the other 2 at you.
Cool.
So that'll be a 2/2 and a 3/3.
So I don't want to take any more damage.
No.
I will block the 4 with my,
All
my
right.
monkey. Death to the monkey.
Solid. And how much total damage is being swung my way?
5.
5.
Is it just the one that has Island Walk?
Oh, can I not swing that?
Absolutely.
I wasn't sure if they all had island. No, just this one has island on.
Yeah. Well, I can't block it, so I'll take
3.
Yeah, and I will go down to
My
31.
Merfolk, my other Merfolk lords give island walk. My Master of the Pearl Tridents.
I need to get rid of my
I
Hollow
mean, you
Fountain.
still could have swung that at Dustin. He didn't have a 5.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'm fine to pass the turn.
All right. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play my land that I drew, which is a basic forest that doesn't enter tapped.
Ooh-wee. Fighting words.
It's very exciting.
Thought you.
It's very, very exciting.
Listen, if that was Gaia's Cradle, we'd be thanking me right now.
You're right.
So-
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we'll do it this way. I will tap 2 for a Cryptolith Rite to kind of help out with my mana stuff, and potentially if things enter tapped, I at least have some creatures to tap and give me things. All right, so I am going to tap 2. Delight a Halfling for a black, and then a Squirrel for a green, and we're going to Gyno Master Chef. Is a 5/3 Troll Warlock with Trample. At the beginning of my end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures that I had enter the battlefield this turn. And it has an activated ability. I can pay 1, sacrifice a food. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn, and then tap it.
The nice thing is it's already tapped, so we're good.
It is already tapped. So
That was great.
we'll enter tapped.
He's strong.
He is. Gonna return the favor to the Merfolk here, and I'm gonna swing a 3/3 Menace Camellia at you.
Very fair. I will take the Menace.
I will then move to my end step. I had a creature enter, not token creature, and so with that, I will make a food.
Yeah, I was wondering if he actually counted himself. Okay, so that's good.
It's kind of whack.
That's me.
There's some pretty alarming board states going on right now, and I'm not a fan. I'm gonna be honest.
Is it mine?
Yes. Yeah. It's the white market connections is what it is.
Oh, okay.
All right. Untap, draw for turn. All right. Let's play a forest for turn. Just in case you're curious, the taps are green. Let's see here. So I'm going to tap 5 for my commander, Kenrith the Returned King. So Kenrith, a legendary human noble, he has 5 activated abilities. For 1 red, all creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. For 1 colorless and a green, put +1/+1 counters on target creature. 2 in a white, target player gains 5 life. 3 in a blue, target player draws a card. 4 in a black, I can put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay, that's it. With the training ground sitting there and the finally to get rug, yeah.
You know, you mind your business. How about that?
This is part of my business right now. Upkeep, I'm gonna reveal the top card. It's a pirate. It goes in my hand. This is Ruthless Knave. Ruthless Knave has a activated ability of paying 2 colorless and 1 black to sacrifice a creature. Then I get to create 2 colorless treasure artifact tokens that sack themselves off for 1 color of any color. And then his second ability is you can sacrifice 3 treasures to draw a card. So that'll go to my hand. And then I'll draw normal. And I'll make my treasure token. And I will also. Do I want to make a blocker?
Yes. All in.
You'd still have
I think I need to make.
Fly close to that sun.
You would
That's
still
a lot
have,
of Sail into the sun.
You would still have Ragavan.
I don't know. I would have. No, I don't mind Ragavan. He was a 2/1 and he was not doing anything against his board. This is.
Well, he was a pirate. He was representing the board.
He was representing and he can represent the grave. I think I won't do that, but I will draw the card. So I will pay a grand total of 3 life to draw and make my treasure token. Okay, I'm going to play this land. It's going to come into play tapped. It's a legendary land. I don't know how to pronounce it properly.
Gaia Reach.
Gaia Reach.
Sanitarium.
Sanitarium? Okay.
I just bowled that, so.
It can tap for 1 colorless or has an activated ability of paying 2 mana and tapping in. Each player draws a card and discards a card. So, kind of helping. I'm here to help you and you and you. You can get rid of some of those bad cards. I will now tap black, red, blue, and 1 colorless because all my pirates cost 1 less. And I'm going to bring out my general, Admiral Brass Unsinkable. Admiral Brass, when she comes in, I get to mill 4 cards from the top of my library. At the beginning of my combat on my turn, I can return a pirate from my graveyard to the field with a finality counter. It has base power of 4/4, and it has haste until the end of the turn, which does not matter thanks to value in the good rock. But I'm still going to do my 4. So she'll come in. We'll mill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oof.
Ooh. Alrighty.
You did hit a pirate.
You got a pirate.
I hit a pirate. Arg.
There was pain in that.
Matey.
That was very much an R-nar.
We will enter into combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring back my Mutineer. Mutineer comes in. He enters the battlefield. Exile up to 1 target non-salamander creature. That owner of the creature makes a 4/3 salamander warrior creature token. He's going to come into play tap, thanks to filing the Gitrog. Also, when he comes in, he gets a finality counter.
Got it.
This makes him a 4/4. These are my little finality counters.
Listen, I recognize Thalia is a problem, But so is Guillaume. That can give stuff indestructible. You know.
How many cards in your hand right now?
I have 4, and I had the ability to play 2 lands last turn, and I only played 1.
How much blue mana do you have over there?
I have 1 blue mana open, and I only have only 1 blue mana available.
Not open. I'm talking about general.
Just 1.
Even all next turn, you only have 1 blue mana?
Unless I draw an island, currently, yes, only 1. Yeah, because Cavern of Souls will tap for a blue, but only for a human spell.
Got you. Okay. What do you say over here? I mean, I'm not targeting your stuff because I don't have the 2 mana to pay to target anything of yours.
Yeah,
You're completely hexproof.
Thalia is what's making you not be able to swing with your pirates once they come in.
Arr.
So,
I mean, listen, the squirrel guy would say that.
just saying.
He does have a point, though.
So I feel a little bad because if I have the opportunity to use Tishanos on Kenrith, I absolutely will, which makes him have functionally nothing if you remove Thalia.
So when this comes in, I am going to exile.
Okay. I am going to respond to the target of Guillaume.
Sure.
I'm going to tap my Gilded Goose for a green mana. I'm going to sacrifice this food. On sacrifice, I'm going to give Camilla indestructible until end of turn, and I will make a squirrel.
That's fine.
And then he will get exiled.
The beautiful thing, that squirrel is still tapped.
It is tapped. It is. So I will get a 4/3 salamander for losing my... And it will be tapped, so I am now wide open for the Merfolk onslaught.
That's actually going to end my turn.
Cool.
I love that you are tapped.
I sure
the Thalia,
do.
the Thalia is actually okay now. I'm fine now. We're chilling. I'm gonna draw that Tishanos Tidal.
What?
Return.
I didn't see that coming.
Crazy.
I'm
Land
also not a
retain is Yavi Mayan Coast. It will enter tapped. It is a non-basic. And I think we're gonna start by going to combat. Moving into combat phase, we're gonna start exploring.
Yep.
We're gonna go left to right again.
All right.
It's a land that goes into my hand.
Okay.
Now we're on Hexcatcher. It's a land. Goes into my hand. Stony Brook. It's a fawn. Force of Negation says if it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost, counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered, exile it.
I think you want to get rid of that.
No, I actually don't. I think I want that to stay. Because I'm pretty happy with my board state, so having the ability to be able to counter things feels comfortable
You
to
put
me.
yours in the grave like I did mine.
No, yours was a fierce.
So Stony Brook will get a counter, and because I'm leaving it on top, Hakbal will also check the Force of Negation and see it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Moving to, we're in combat, but declaring attackers.
Yep.
The Island Walk is at you. It is now a 4/4.
Cool.
And I'm not super worried about the retaliation. I think we're fine. To go all out. So Hakbal triggers on attack. I may put a land card, but I don't have to. So I'm going to actually instead draw that Force of Negation.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, I don't have to. So the damage is looking like 4 at you, and 4, 5, 6, 8, 12.
Okay. So 12, 6 of that is commander. So we'll do that first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take me down to 23.
Yep. And I will take 4 going down to 27.
And I exist.
Yeah. I'm here too.
Yeah, we had a coalition going on.
Yeah, we're
last night.
vibing.
Yeah, we were good.
Yeah.
Merfolk
Pirates,
and pirates.
yeah, it's like water and not water. I'm gonna pass. I've got known flash creature and known Force of Negation.
All right. I will untap my Sal the Warrior, Gilded Goose, both my Squirrels, Camilla, and my Delighted Halfling. Also untap my lands. I guess we'll do that.
You don't.
And I will draw for turn. Play this tapped land, because Thalia and the Gitrog.
Just play more basics. You can play basics on tap.
I can, and I did last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Should have been making those shapeshifters. I think that'd be...
So I'm going to tap 4 to tap Castle Garenberg for 6. I can only use it to cast creature spells. I will use 4 of that, so I have 6 green here. So I'll use 4 of that, and Delighted Halfling for a black for Igra, Eater of All. So Elemental Cat 6/6. It is legendary. It cannot be countered because I used Delighted Halfling. Other creatures are food in addition to their other types, which have the sacrifice to gain 3 life. And then whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters onto Igra, Eater of All. And that is all creatures are food in addition to their other types, not just mine.
Is that a tapped cat?
It is a tapped cat.
It is a tapped cat. That
Just
might
checking.
have, you know, I think Tashana might be...
I'm just giving you options.
That's pretty unfortunate.
Just giving you options.
You have to activate it, though, right? Or it has to be a triggered ability in order for me to counter.
Yep.
That's true.
I will tap my Squirrel and my Gilded Goose for a black, 2 black, and then I will Castle Grainberg for the last 2 for Hazel of the Root Bloom.
What the hell? What'd that do?
It is a 3/5 Squirrel Druid. It is tapped, but I will read it first. At the beginning, I can tap her, pay 2 life, tap X untapped tokens I control, add X mana of any combination of colors. At the beginning of my instep, create a token that's a copy of target token I control. If that token is a squirrel, I make 2 copies instead. So she is also tapped.
Where are we going with all of this?
Nowhere, because everything is tapped.
When they're not tapped,
It's a problem.
it's a problem?
Yeah.
I feel like it is a problem, but I don't see the line
I
yet.
By far the strongest board state is Dustin.
Yeah, I see
Even
that
though
that's...
he's going to
I
downplay
just
it.
don't
I have
see
no
the
cards in
line.
hand. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I can't
Carnivorous
interact
deck.
right now, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
let's see.
yeah.
That's a
where
very
we go.
carnivorous deck if you think about it,
I'm
right?
just,
They're eating
it's a
each
problem.
other. Yeah.
It's a problem.
We're just here. We're hanging out.
You know, pirates are also humans.
We're just trying to forage, make food, get ready for the winter. That's what we're here for. Y'all need to mind your own business.
What?
Just saying.
No.
I'm
How
just
about
saying.
that? No.
What?
No.
You brought me here to mind my own business. No.
What was said there? I need to mind my own business?
I said business. All right. I will move to my instep. I will make a copy of a squirrel, and it will make 2 instead. And again, they will enter tapped.
Also in your instep, I'm going to tap Hallowed Fountain for a white and activate Kenrith once just to gain 5 life. And go up to 32.
You could have let Dustin gain 5 life. He's pretty good.
No, how about that?
You shut down Kenrith.
I'm going to let Kenrith go for now. There may be a point when I'm going to,
100%.
but for now, I think
Understand.
it's okay.
And I'm going to leave up 2 blockers of all the creatures that I had come in this turn.
That both tap for mana.
Correct.
I will pass turn.
Yeah, don't downplay Dustin's a problem.
I am not a problem because of Felling the Get Rogue. So I'm currently get a bunch of Merfolk in the face again.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's great. I love it. All right, I will draw for turn.
I'm also 1 board wipe away from being done.
There is no more game.
That's it.
I will play Spar's Headquarters for turn. Okay, I'm going to cast Skyshroud Claim. So I'm going to search my library for up to 2 forest cards and put them on the battlefield and then shuffle my library. I want Jay to steal stuff, but yeah. Tap that for 4, and I will go get
Because
2
I
forest
steal it
cards.
while I'm tapped. And then they do nothing.
All right, so with the Skyshroud Claim, I went and I grabbed a Temple Garden and a Breeding Pool. I will have both of those come in untapped, so I will take 4 life to do so. And then I'll leave up mana, and I'll say go, Jay.
On your end step, I'm going to tap Feign, and I'm going to remove my finality counter so I can create a treasure token.
That's pretty
Rad.
That's pretty good.
Bye, finality counter. And hello, treasure.
Those don't enter tapped.
Correct. It has an ability too, which is great.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and do upkeep. And I am going to reveal the top card. That is not a pirate. Actually, I'll call it out for you guys so you know what it is. This is Perilous Voyage. It's an instant. Return target non-land permanent to you don't control to its owner's hand. If the converted mana cost was 2 or less, I can scry 2 cards. So we're gonna go into drawing. Now we're gonna trigger Black Market Connection. I'm going to draw a card and make another treasure. Because why not kill myself slowly but surely? The Merfolks are leaving me alone, so I'm okay with this right now.
We have an alliance.
I do really want to play a land, and I can't. I am going to, unfortunately, leave myself up to the wrath of the Merfolk. It is an island. I've been holding this off the entire time. Turn 1. Yeah. It's either that or I play my tapped fetch land.
You don't have to run fetch lands in your deck.
I'll leave you
don't have to
alone.
run stacks pieces, you terrible person.
Hey, listen.
I'll leave you alone
It's a
for
human
now.
Island.
Okay.
That could be fun. All right. So I'm going to use the island and 1 black mana in order to bring out Ruthless Knave. Ruthless Knave, basically he's the one that says I can sacrifice a creature by paying 2 colors and 1 black, and I can make 2 treasures if I do that.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that a tapped creature?
You were correct. May all of your squirrels come in tapped.
They have. They absolutely have. Yeah, really? You're welcome.
I think what I want to do is I want to go into combat, and I'm going to get back my Ragavan, which is now a 4/4 with a finality counter.
Ragavan got upgraded.
But tapped.
But tapped.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Jay.
The reminders.
Yeah.
I actually legitimately am.
I will end my turn knowing that the boards look as crazy as they do right now.
Wow. Okie dokie.
I don't want to incite the wrath of the Merfolk.
No,
because they hit
we're
hard.
vibing.
Can confirm. Can confirm. Merfolk hit hard.
Vibing.
What
I'm
was
gonna
12
draw.
last turn? Will now be 16.
I'm aware.
Sorry. That was exciting.
No, I'm sure it was a land. I'm sure.
I don't
Definitely
think it
just a land.
Shouldn't get anything good.
I'm going to play an island. Untapped. I'm going to, before combat, pay. Let me use my islands. Pay 4 for a roaming throne. The result
These 4 triggers are going to happen twice. That is so unfortunate.
on the stack. Any
Come on, blue players.
response?
What you want me to listen?
Let me go fish out my counter in my grave that got milled that you laughed at.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. I said, oof, that is unfortunate.
Okay, that's fair.
This one laughed at you.
That's a terrible person over there.
Cool, well, it resolves. I'm going to name Merfolk.
Not
Squirrels?
Not squirrels. Not humans.
What's worse is he
Not
has one
pirates. Merfolk. Roaming Throne. When it enters the battlefield, I choose a creature type. Merfolk. Roaming Throne is the chosen type in addition to its other types. If a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time.
And is that a tapped?
It is.
Welcome to my world.
It's fine. We're gonna move to combat. So we're gonna start doing exploring.
I'm
We'll
mortified
left.
right now, I'm going to be honest. Hey, Dustin, say I get rid of Thalia this turn. Can we be friends?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna start left to right, and each explorer is going to happen twice.
Yep.
Because of roaming throne. So here we go. Realm Walker. I actually don't want it right now.
Okay.
So Realm Walker goes away. Counter.
I can give it to you, just saying. Could do that.
You could be my friend.
Are you playing Kingmaker over there?
I might have to stay alive.
The second is Heroic Intervention.
It's a good card.
I am holding a fawn though. Do I need a Heroic Intervention and a fawn? Don't think so. Don't want it.
I'm okay with that.
Hexcatcher will get a counter. Banneret. Command Tower. To my hand. Hakbal. Tide Shaper. Whew. I could give you islands.
I want to respond. Can I put crying on the stack? I would like to put crying.
Sadness.
Sadness on the
On the
stack?
stack.
No? Okay.
Sadness is a statement. Actually, it doesn't work like that.
I think we're gonna
Sadness
dive
is the state
with
of life,
the
okay.
Shaper. We're gonna get a counter. Yeah. Okay. So after Hakbal, we go Roaming Throne, which is also a Merfolk.
I've never wanted a board wipe more in my life.
with a lot of counters.
And then we're going to do it
counter
again,
the other
and they're
counters
all
that she
going to
has
check
right now.
Tide Shaper. So, everything upsies.
I mean, Jay, it is Simic, so...
Where's the 4? Oh, there it is.
I don't have much in... Everything I do is just target.
Truly delightful. So we're going to declare attackers. Hakbal is going to attack this turn, but let me decide where I'm sending
Yep,
things.
sounds good.
Island Walk is still going to come at you. You have a 3 Salamander and a 3/3.
I have a 3/3, a 3/3, and a 3/3.
That salamander does look... He looks
Like he's
thick with 3
cheeked
seeds.
up
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
a Sunday.
Look.
I don't think you will double block anything. I don't think you want to lose your commander. So I'm pretty comfortable with sending both Hakbal and Kapala at you.
Okay.
Hakbal attack trigger. Gonna draw that Tide Shaper. Damage the...
It triggers again.
I love this. I
So
love this
You
day.
can either draw a card or put a land down.
Draw a card.
Unless it was a
I have
basic.
no max man size, so may as well.
Somebody told me she'd do something good.
I love my life. Never miss.
Merfolk's gross.
Woo!
Yep.
Damage. So the Island Walker is a 5/5. So you're going to take 5.
Okay.
And
The same thing
the
you
ones coming at you are an 8/8 and a 6/6.
Okay. I'm going to declare blockers.
Sure.
So I'm going to...
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Damage goes through.
All right. Sal the Warrior
Thicky.
will go
Thick
bye-bye.
salamander.
Goodbye. I do have a trigger, though.
Yeah.
Because a food did go to the graveyard, so I will put 2+1 counters on Igra.
Is this a triggered ability?
triggered ability.
I think I
Response.
want to do that. So I will flash to pay only 2. My creatures are reduced to Tishana's Tidebinder. To
It has ward sacrifice a food.
ward sacrifice of food.
Yep.
I have
All of your creatures are
creatures.
food.
Yep.
You can sacrifice that roaming throne. I mean, it's
No,
not.
I really like that guy. I'm actually gonna sack my Island Walker.
Okay. The ability is counter.
All abilities on that card are now
Yep.
null and void.
Notably, that is after damage, so I'm still going to take the Island Walk damage of 5.
Yes.
Down 2.
And then I will take the 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, going down to 17.
And I hate to point it out, Tishana's Tidebinder is tapped.
It is time. Yes.
Did you really
Yes,
hate to
yes,
point it out?
yes.
Because it looked like you enjoyed it.
me the problem.
Yeah, I think it's fine. We'll go ahead and do it. I'm gonna pay 2 because it has no colorless cost for a Master of the Pearl Trident. Tapped. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Island Walk.
All right. Great.
And with that, I'll pass.
All right.
Wrath the board. Hey, Jay, I didn't put a Wrath in this deck.
Neither did I. Don't let her know.
I have a fun.
That hurts.
Was it a good card? Hey, you know, if you control a legendary creature, it comes in onto... Oh, wait.
It does. It does. So I have 4 squirrels. Igra is now a 6/6 cat.
It's a big cat.
It is a big cat. It is a big cat. So, yep, Igra is now a 6/6 cat, which, because of Tishana's Tidebinder, targeted the ability, which was not Igra, so you didn't have to sack yep, food. Yep.
I love my guy, and he will
Be back.
be back with 3 counters because he was a 5/5. That's the fun thing about Tishana's is it is countering target triggered ability.
You have a lot of mana.
I have so much mana. I'm going to tap Gilded Goose to make a food.
And technically you can gain a lot of life at
I could.
any point.
That's true. That's very, very true. So I'm going to tap and tap. I'm going to activate Camilla. I'm going to forage. I'm going to sacrifice this food.
Cool.
When I do, I will make a squirrel. And I will put a +1 counter on each other squirrel I control. We'll go here. This will go here.
That was a 4/1/1, huh?
It is. So 4 2/2s now.
Okay. Good to remember.
With menace.
And
But
then
not Jay.
+1 counter here. I'm going to move to combat. I'm gonna swing everything here.
Sure. So we've got
Four 2/2s and a 4/6. All with menace.
I can't block those. That's fine. I will be taking
12.
Yeah. No commander damage.
No commander damage.
It feels like that's like a
That's fair.
redemption thing.
Yeah.
She did 12 to you.
Yeah.
Go back.
I will move to my end step and I will make 2 tapped squirrels. And I will pass turn.
In your end step, I will tap Temple Garden to gain 5 life. Go up to 28. And then I will tap for 2 to activate a draw card. And then go to my untap.
I kind of felt like this was going to start going this way.
I will draw for turn. I don't know. All right, I will play a creature for turn. I'll tap 2 for Jarina Dauntless General. So when Jarina enters, I can exile a target player's graveyard, and then I can sacrifice it to give my humans I control hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. I think I'm going to go after Merfolk.
Sure. So it's exiled.
Yeah, so those get exiled. Just because it was a little bit better of a graveyard. Okay, then I will tap 4. And I will play a Smothering Tithe.
I think with that on the stack,
Sure.
I'd like to activate an ability. I'll pay 2 mana, and I'm going to tap Reach. Each player draws a card, then discards a card.
I'm going to respond to that.
Okay.
For the draw or the...
The activation of it.
Sure.
I'm going to tap for 1, pay a life, sacrifice Nurturing Peatland to draw a card so that I have an option to discard and I don't have to discard the card I draw.
That's fair.
So I will draw, and then I will draw.
And draw.
Cool. And then I will discard Ninja of Deep Hours.
Discard command tower.
I'm going to discard Deserted Temple.
I discarded Zara Renegade Recruiter.
And then finally Smothering Tithe resolves.
Yes, it does.
Any responses?
Yeah, I'll let that stick.
Cool. So Smothering Tithe, for those who don't know, whenever an opponent draws a card, they may pay 2. If they don't, I make a treasure token. Do we want Thalia to go away?
Yes. That's my vote.
I do,
But
that's my vote as well.
So here's the deal. If I get rid of it, can I get a little bit of protection from some of Pirates and Squirrels if I choose to get rid of it?
I got you.
How much life can you gain this turn?
This turn, I can gain 10.
you have life. I deal damage.
That was very caveman-like.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was super.
it was.
Squirrels still sound like caveman. All right, well, we'll open up the floodgates a little bit. I will go to combat. I will swing Thalia and the Get Rug at Dustin.
Don't you have to sack the Thalia?
I'm
Wow.
going to choose to sacrifice a creature. The creature I'm going to sacrifice is going to be Thalia before damage. So, and then I would draw a card off of that. Other than that, I think I'm going to pass turn.
All right, so on your end step, I'm going to tap Feign, the broker, to remove this finality counter off Ragavan. He's still a 4/4. I'll make another treasure token. Upkeep, I'm going to reveal. It is not a pirate,
All right.
but it is a counter.
Arcane
Denial.
Got
So
it.
I'll draw that. Cool.
And I will make a singular treasure token.
Do I want to keep drawing is the question. Considering you now make treasure every time I draw, since I have to trigger Black Market Connection now. You know what? You got rid of Thalia for me.
I did.
You did. So I will go ahead and draw one more card.
Cool.
And you can make a treasure.
Yeah, I'll go up to 2 treasures.
Oh, I have not paid my life. 3.
You have a 5th treasure token too, I believe, right?
I did get another treasure token. Thank you. Since
my
Thalia's gone, I can finally play my fetch land. We're going to pop this for 1 life. And I'm going to search for a land. You guys bear with me. I should get a basic land just because at this point, the land I got will be Sunken Hollow. It's an island or a swamp. It comes into play untapped if you control 2 or more basics, which I do have.
You're welcome. I made you play those.
We're going to pay 3 mana, and we're going to sack a creature in order to make 2 treasures.
That's a lot of treasures.
It's quite a bit. More than me.
I am going to pay 4 mana in order to play a very, very familiar card called Roaming Throne.
What?
And I am going to call out pirates. Our mateys.
Are we all running Roaming Throne?
I mean,
I would hope so. Any response?
I think the only thing I'm going to counter is a board wipe.
Okay. I'm going to enter into combat. I'm going to trigger my general twice. We're going to bring back Zara.
Maybe I should have exiled your graveyard.
Second trigger for my general, I'm going to bring back my mutineer. These both come in with their finality counters.
Yep.
When mutineer comes in, number 1 will be the thing that's giving all of your creatures hexproof. Not hexproof, but the one that makes us have to pay 2 if we target you normally.
Sure.
But since this is
Sure.
a triggered ability and not inactivated, it will exile that. You get a 4/3.
You get thick Sal.
Exile. Exile, correct?
Correct.
All
Exile.
right.
We are going to take Roaming Throne off the board, and I will pay 2 treasures to make sure that happens.
Sure. For the ward.
you get another Sal.
Another Sal.
You double thicked up Sal.
So much cake. There's so much cake on that board.
You said double thicked up, but I did not hear thick. I was like, what did you just say?
What did you
I
hear?
still don't know what he heard.
I heard double dicked up Sal. And I was like, damn, what's happening, Sal?
These are my creatures that have come back with my general's ability, and they're 4/4s.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to swing this one at you in the air.
Right.
We're going to swing Ragavan, which is still a 4/4, at you on the ground. And we'll swing this one at you so I can whittle down some of your army of 4/3s. Attack trigger for Zara. I get to look at your hand, and I would get to take a creature out of it.
I have 1 creature.
This is true. Just as time by it'll be coming at you. It's a 1/1. This is what's coming your direction, and Trish, this will trigger a second time, but you have no other
I
creatures.
have no other.
So, I would like to see your hand.
Yeah?
You don't want to see my hand?
No.
There you go.
I get to take a creature from
It's
this.
super unfortunate for you.
Really good.
There's no creatures in the hand.
No, but I got to know what was
It's
here. Good lord. Okay, yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, so I have a 5/5 blocker. And
do?
2 4/4s. Yeah, because this gives 1/1.
Alrighty. This is the flying one, so you're going to be taking
I
this
will
4.
be taking the 4 from the flyer. I'm going to block the finality counter, and I'm also going to block the Ragavan with.
Okay. I will respond.
Sure.
I will tap Feign the Broker to remove my finality counter.
Sure.
And I will make another treasure token.
So moving to combat damage.
Yes.
Okay, one Sal will die. Sorry, Sal.
What did he block?
The
The 4.
yes,
The 4/4.
Yes, and then the hex catcher is blocking the Ragavan.
Okay. So,
So-
yeah, those get killed.
Yep, we've done the blockers, and now I'm going to take the combat damage in the air, and I'm going to take the 2 from the Tide Shaver.
Correct. And these will die.
Yep, one of my Sals is dead.
I'm going to sack 3 of the treasures.
Mhm.
In order to sack your creature, thanks to Ruthless Knave.
I really want him to have islands.
I see. I helped you, Dustin.
I
just a little
appreciate
bit.
that.
I'm going to get back my 2 treasures. I think I'm going to end my turn. I think that's all I can do.
Sweet, so we're going to move my turn.
Mhm.
My upkeep. Untapsies. Yeah, so many lands. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Cool. And then there will be a Smothering Tithe trigger. Would you like to pay the 2?
Yeah, I have the mana. I'm going to pay the 2.
Sure.
I'm going to play a land for turn. It's not going to come in tapped. It's going to be naming Merfolk
Mhm.
and claim territory. I would like to move into combat in order to start triggering Explore. So, Sal is not a Merfolk, unfortunately, but we'll start with the Hex Catcher, and we will only have 1 Explore. Ooh. Yep, okay, we're going to leave her. So everything is going to check and see, on top. 5, and then
Except for
he's
Sal.
each. Except for Sal, who sees nothing.
He's not nothing. He's a salamander
He
warrior.
doesn't see anything.
He
Big
turns his
salamander
back.
warrior.
That's all. He just turned around. He didn't get to watch it happen.
Yeah. Okay, so grand total, I have Island Walk on everything, and I have a grand total of 30 plus Sal?
34 power.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
34 power. I think Dustin has to go now, and I'm sorry, but I think that's probably what's gonna happen. So we're gonna
If
go.
you can keep me alive, I'll kill her in my turn.
That also means that he's back.
That
baby.
means I also have to deal with you too, Dustin.
Which you
I'm gonna be
can,
honest.
because I will be fully tapped out with no cards in hand. If she takes me out, it's only a matter of time before those come your way.
Yeah, you do also have blockers because I
Mhm.
don't have the Tide Shaper anymore, which is really unfortunate.
You don't have to keep me at a lot of life. I just keep me in the game.
Here's the deal. Jay's board is terrifying. He's underplaying it. He has a hand.
Yeah.
He has mana. He has
He's got
Roman
double
Thrones.
triggers.
Pirates suck. What are you talking about? We're terrible.
He has a powerful board state that nobody's paying. That,
Yeah,
it's
I
hard
mean, I
to
do
see.
agree.
I have mana and the ability to do stuff, but
If I swing out at him, though, Dustin's 100% going to kill me.
I think you could bargain with Dustin where you wouldn't. I think that honestly might be your better choice,
Bargain.
is to bargain with Dustin so he doesn't die.
Are we going with the Pirates? Is that what this is?
I have one card.
He's got one card in his hand.
But a lot of
and-
damage on board, which is hurty to me at 17 life.
Yeah.
Bare minimum, I would need to swing to deal 26 with Island Walk would be Hakbal, who is at 10 alone. I would have to send 4. I could only hold 2 blockers against Menace. Makes me not want to swing at all, but I feel like I should.
I think with the ability to protect your creatures in a way, it's worth calling Jay's bluff and what he has in hand. Because he's seen our hands.
Yeah.
So he knows what we have. But Jay's got a grin on his face right now and mana.
Yeah, that's.
I'm good at bluffing.
So, like, leaving Dustin up's not necessarily a bad idea because Dustin can get a lot of damage in on Jay too if need be, if he's able to interact with your board in any way.
I'm going to send Hakbal at 10. There will be an attack trigger. Hold on a sec. I'm going to send the Tishanas at you.
So
Okay.
you're swinging at me.
I am.
Before declaring blockers,
I'm going to choose to put a land. Go play Forest.
all right, I'm going to sack 2 treasures.
Sure.
In order to play a Perilous Voyage, it'll pop it back to your hand, and I'll get the scry 2.
So this is going to return to hand.
And then I'll scry 2. Ew.
Ew.
We don't like that. I'll nerf myself a little bit for this. Hey, but Dustin, welcome back to the game. I'm going to block the Tidebinder.
Okay.
With my roaming
With
phone.
the roaming tone? Sure.
In response,
Sure.
I'm going to sack one of these for a green and put a +1/+1 counter on Tishana's Tidebinder.
I will pay 1 blue mana in order to Ottawara and bounce it back to your hand.
My Tidebinder?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Lots of options.
So
Oh, I'm taking the 10.
you're going to take the 10.
I'm taking Hakbal to the face. He gets in there.
Okay.
Hey, 9.
9 only because of the other lord that's in my hand.
So you know who the threat is? The person with the most life, and it can actually get their life back now.
So now that we are past damage, I will.
Welcome to the teens. Nice to
Teen Titans.
Yep.
In my second main, I would love to replay that Master of the Pearl Trident, please. I'm going to vibe. I'm going to vibe. Vibe on that.
I did not.
I
have,
am alive.
Giving
You're alive.
I'm alive.
Bingo card. I did not have humans giving a +1/+1 to the enemy for the bingo card today, but
here we
yes,
are. Here we are. I will finish on tapping, and I will draw for turn.
And then Smothering Tide trigger.
You can make your treasure. All right, so I'm going to tap, sack a squirrel, which is a food. Trigger. So 2+1 counters, and
Sure.
I will make a squirrel. I have a floating green.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap here for Academy Manufacturer.
now we have a problem.
Mm.
That's a problem.
All right. Tap Delighted Halfling. Tap Forest. I'm going to activate Camellia to forge. Sack a squirrel.
Make a food.
I'm
Is this
going
infinite?
Yes and no.
Okay.
This was my worry with Dustin.
On the sacrifice, I make a squirrel, which is a food, which will make me a clue and a treasure.
It's semi-infinite because he doesn't have haste.
So I have to tap 2, sack 1. I make 1. treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I make clue. And then trigger.
Eager's getting big.
You could shut Eager down, which would shut the food generation down, which is what's creating the clue in the treasures.
Okay, so let's
Good.
stop. No, I'm gonna stop Eager because that'll be your source of draw with the clues.
Okay.
In response
Okay.
to the Eager or the triggered
Yep, you're
ability,
gonna Tishana.
I'm gonna Tishana.
Got it?
For
Got it?
because my Merfolk is still cheaper. Yes, they are.
Cool. So I will respond to that on the stack,
Sure.
targeting that ability. I will tap.
Can we response? We might still be able to get there.
2. I will sack this tap squirrel to make an untap squirrel, which will make that tick Eager up. Here, we'll just go ahead. I'll tap 5 squirrels and my Shire. I will forage 3 more times. So when the first one resolved, this got a +1 counter. This one got a +1 counter. All right, and then third one goes, this gets a counter, this gets a counter.
Hazel does too, doesn't she?
Yeah, so she'll be also at 3. All right, so I'll make 1, 2, 3 more squirrels, 1, 2, 3 more clues, 1, 2, 3 more treasures. And then it'll be 3 more here, 3 more here, 3 more here, and then 1, 2, 3 from the forage. Yeah, and then Eagra goes up 3 more. With that still on the stack, I am going to. I'll tap Hazel, paying 2 life, going down to 14. I will tap all my tokens. So I will have 15 mana. We'll do 12 green and 3 black. Continuing down the stack, we're going to forage 7 times.
Yeah, 1 remaining.
I'll have 1 remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more squirrels. And then I will sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this will get 7 more counters.
At least they're tapped.
Hazel will get 7 more counters.
Let me just watch that happen. I knew it was coming.
Egra will get 14 more counters.
Mm.
And then I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 7.
Gross.
And then I will make 7 more treasures, and then 7 more clues. I'm gonna let the
Were you going to stop it?
Tishana's Tidebinder resolve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Egra is now
Woo!
shut down, but is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 24,
Yeah.
32, 32.
Take that, cat.
Dang it, Jay.
That was fun to watch.
I'm gonna sack a treasure, use this floating to sack a clue to draw a card.
Can I make a treasure token, or would you like to pay 2?
Treasure.
Okay.
I'm gonna sack 2 treasures. I'm gonna draw a card. Sack a clue. Draw a card.
And then Smothering Tide trigger.
No, you got it. Sack a clue. Draw a card.
Make another treasure.
Okay. I will.
I'm thoroughly entertained. I had to see him back in the game. He got shut down pretty hard.
Well,
Part
it is
of-
Dustin.
part of
So.
Part of the
I
cards.
feel like with that deck though, it's like you either shut it down from the start and then proceed to kill him, or it wins.
Hey, how about I give everything trample and haste, and you take out them, and then you and I duke it out?
Sure, sounds good.
I'm kidding. I'm not making that happen.
And then you and I duke it out? Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I don't trust humans. You're telling you.
I have my own stuff.
I don't think that's a good bargain for you.
It's not.
Because I
It's-
think
it's definitely
ultimately
not.
that doesn't work
I don't
out.
have Cyclonic Rift in this deck.
I'm gonna tap my Egra.
For a mana.
What is
I'm gonna tap one, and I'm gonna cast Witch's Oven.
Yeah.
And I can tap it, sack a creature, create a food token.
No.
Mental mistake.
Wait. She was waiting for that. What mana value?
What?
Mana value 1, that's it. Cool. Pass turn.
In your end step, I'll pay 2 mana to draw a card.
Yep. And I could have kept forging, but I didn't want to keep going. That was already too
And
long.
I'll gain 5 life. Going up to 33.
Mhm.
And I'll untap.
Kenrith, gross.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I'm doing much other than Kenrithing right now.
I mean,
I'll drop it.
you have extreme survivability.
I do have extreme survivability.
And
Thank
you
you
have
for
a
pointing that
whole
out.
bunch of mana to do a whole bunch of things with.
That is a true statement.
You could
Certainly
draw
not
cards
Yeah.
off of 2 mana.
wrong.
which is
Could.
great.
I would prefer if it was less.
Yep.
I will Windswept Heath. I'm gonna have to pay mana to crack it and go get a land, which
And
is
pay life.
unfortunate. But yeah, pay life. Sorry. All right. So with my Windswept Heath, I went and grabbed a Stomping Grounds. I'll have it come in untapped, paying 2 life, going down to 30.
I wish Tashana Tidbinder shut down Kenrith.
Yeah, I mean, I also kind of wish that, but I don't think that's my biggest problem.
Yeah. I'm going to pay 2 and cast Sylvan Library. At the beginning of my draw step, I may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, I pay 4 life or put them on top of my library.
Sweet.
I'll sack 2 of these to draw a single card. Man, that does nothing for me. Okay. I'll use my final 2 treasures to play an Arcane Signet. So it taps for 1 color of my commander's color identity. So I'm going to tap 2 mana, 1 green, 1 white, and I will play Malarina, the Living Cure. If I would get 1 or more poison counters, instead I only have 1. So I can't get a bunch of poison counters. And then I can exile Marina, choose another target creature or artifact. Whenever that is put into the graveyard, I can exile this and return it to the battlefield.
I just realized I missed my instep trigger of Hazel because she's buried under an army of squirrels.
Yep.
So at my instep, I would have made a treasure, and so I'll make a treasure, a food, and a clue. And
Cool.
that doesn't change anything else. That's all it is.
Yep. So after that, that's all I'm going to do on my turn.
I'm going to go ahead and reveal the top card for Herald's Horn. That is not a pirate.
Cool.
It's a land, and it's going to my hand.
And would you like to pay for my Smothering Tithe trigger?
I will not.
I'll make a single treasure.
Black Market Connection. I'm going to do the Unthinkable and pay 3
Oh.
because I'm going to draw a card and create another treasure.
Cool.
Treasure is what I do. That's crazy,
And
and,
then on
that's
that
so
draw-
late. I'm gonna tap Famebreaker in order to Famebroker in order to get rid of my finality counter
Mm-hmm.
and make another treasure token.
That's fair. That's
This
fair.
is what my deck does. It makes treasure.
Mm-hmm.
It does it well. I'm gonna play that island that I drew earlier. I don't think I have anything crazy I'd like to do prior to getting into anything, so we're gonna enter into combat. I'm going to trigger my general.
Mhm.
We're gonna bring back the Salamander. The Salamander Maker. We're gonna trigger. It'll happen twice thanks to Roman Throne. Yes, of course, we're gonna Hazel.
Hazel. Okay.
We're gonna go after the Academy.
Okay. Sounds good. Academy and Hazel are exiled.
He will get a finality counter. He's here. I will trigger a second time for my general, thanks to Roaming Throne. We'll be bringing in Ragavan, which will also get a finality counter. They're both 4/4s.
And I have 2 Sal. This is Sal Jr.
I would like to see what Dustin has in his hand so I know what I'm dealing with. Dustin, I'm going to swing this 4/4 at you in the air.
Okay. In response,
Yes.
I take 4 in the air.
Trigger. There's an attack trigger.
Yeah.
So what if
I
I
get to
give
look
it
at your
6
hand.
+1/+1 counters?
There is a
Is it the good one? Is it the good one?
It's a
Why
good
is this
one.
hand so expensive? Why is this hand so expensive? The creature that he has in his hand that's going to come into play tapped and attacking is going to be Totski. There is a second trigger of this ability, but it's going after the same person, and that person does not have any other creatures in his hand. I can tell you right now, I hate his hand.
It's strong.
It's strong. But Totski comes into play, tapped and attacking, so you have 1 coming at you and 4 in the air, my guy.
So I will block Toski. They'll bounce because he's indestructible, and I will take 4. Go into 10.
Toski trigger, because I did damage. All right.
And then Smothering Tide trigger off of the draw.
Yep.
Toski's.
You're Gucci. You go for it. We're going to sack Totski, so I can make 2 treasures.
Cool.
Toski is in the graveyard.
That's going to be the end of my turn. That's all pirates do, 1 at a time. Arr, matey.
Cool. All right, we'll go to my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
And then draw trigger for Smothering Tide.
You got it. Yeah, so I wanna move into the combat step so that I can start triggering these explorers. And we'll start on the left. Cavern to my hand. Azusa. Not anymore. Master. It's gonna make my stuff explore twice. I feel like that's not good enough at this point. Hakbal. Psychrift.
That's an answer.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
that'll go to
That'll do it.
6. Tidebinder will check the Psychrift. Yeah, we're in combat, so now I'm moving to declare attacks. Fortunately, I can't do anything here with the blockers, but I am going to have to...
at us. We have no way to save you from Dustin.
Well, Cyclonic Rift.
Psychrift.
That's how.
Yeah.
That stops me.
Yeah,
Hey, Jay.
Literally for the
She
game.
has her answer.
Yeah, I have the answer to that. So,
Yeah.
so we've got...
I think we're dead, Jay. I'm gonna do some pirate speak for you. We're dead in the water.
Well,
We're
you're
not
not
Alright.
water.
We're getting eaten
I'm
by
gonna
fish.
spread out the damage though because I only need 14 here, just the 2 at J.
Okay, 2 coming at me.
And so then the remainder will still be at you with the island walk, just to try to chip down that life total a little bit.
Attack trigger on Hakbal to.
On Hakbal attack trigger, I
Put a
will
land.
choose to draw. I'm not gonna choose.
And then would you like to pay the 2?
No, because I gotta overload this.
Okay.
Can you save him from dying?
I could give him life.
Nah, Hakbal kills me still.
No, it's 11, and you only have 9 commander damage.
This is fair.
You'd have 1 left.
Yeah.
I could put a counter on
You can
it, but I'm not going
absolutely,
to
if
do
you wanna save him with
You could
life,
save me.
you can totally do it. I will not be offended.
I don't think it behooves me to save Jay.
I guess at this point it's just up to me to do my own saving.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta
That
save
seems,
yourself.
Yeah,
seems
you-
like the
Were you
plan.
trying to get me to save you so you don't have to waste your own answers?
Clever. Clever boy.
I mean, he playing a pirate.
Sure.
How big is
That's pretty on brand.
Trishana?
Tashana is a 6/5 gun.
6,
Math.
5.
The Lords make it. If it was just counties, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
The Lords.
Especially when you get like the +1
One
lords.
blue.
You're like,
Yeah.
ah.
I'm
2,
swinging pretty
3,
much exact
4,
seas,
5.
so save yourself, please.
6 and 7.
Okay.
We're gonna overload my Psych Rift.
What?
Jay.
I can
If I
counter
gotta
it.
die,
So
if I gotta die, I'm gonna make sure you blow so much good stuff. It's crazy.
That's so good.
It's so.
I hate it,
crazy.
but I love it.
I have to.
you'd have to counter
Yeah,
that,
I have
otherwise
to
it
counter
bounces
it.
everything.
So I can pay the fawn cost.
Yeah, you can just hard cast it.
Yeah.
Or you can get denied. So I will pay 2 mana to deny that.
Yeah.
Any more counters? If you want to come for me, you gotta come for me harder than that.
You gonna overload?
Yeah, I am.
We just gonna scoop and let's go from.
I guess we are. I need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to overload my own. Sacred.
Cool.
So I have stuff I can do.
All my tokens are going bye bye,
Better call Saul.
and I can do nothing.
4,
You can
2.
replay. Oh, you
I'll
don't
draw
have
a card.
5 lands.
I only have 5 lands.
That's kind of
this.
stinky.
Yeah.
I was like, you
Nope.
can replay your stuff and it won't be tie-binded, but it's 5 lands is a
2.
little rough.
I'll draw a card.
Jay, I feel like you've single-handedly just absolutely ruined us multiple times this game.
I'll draw a card.
You're welcome.
Actually, on the off chance, I'm gonna use 2 of these.
They try to get on my
treasures.
ship. Just saying.
I'm gonna leave up 2 mana just in case somehow Dustin manages to pull it out and
I
kill
was
us.
like, I mean, those treasures are going away.
Yeah, so we'll leave up 2, and then I will use 4 mana for.
I'm done.
20 life.
There's no.
As I said, that was the problem.
That's fine though. I have Island
Dylan,
Wall.
I got 5 lands.
Well, you know you could Concord and Crossroads, and then I'll have 2 remaining lands, and then everything else will work.
That was pretty good.
If we're gonna riff, we're gonna riff.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, it's fair, yeah. Where we are.
We're after my combat, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna play my Soul Ring, and I'm gonna play my Thought Vessel. Go ahead.
She gets to keep her hand.
I'm gonna
I think so.
untap. I'm gonna draw.
I also have exact 7.
I will play my Delighted Halfling.
Mm.
I'll play my Gilded Goose. I'll make a food. And then I'm going to Cryptolithrite, and I'm going to pass turn. That's me.
All right, I will untap.
We did cripple him a little bit.
A little.
I will.
There
draw
was
some
no
treasures.
little about that.
I'll play a Bleachbone Verge for 4 mana. I'll recast Smothering Tithe. All right. I'll pay 2, one of them being a black for Jarina, Dauntless General. When it enters, I will exile Jay's Graveyard.
No, not my Arcane Denial.
I didn't remember if you had anything good in there.
No, all my creatures are already. The 2 creatures I had are gone.
All right. I'll pay 2 mana for an Arcane Signet. 1 mana for Training Grounds. And I'll tap 1. I'll play an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Taps for a white.
Gotcha.
At that point, I'll just go to my end step. I think I'll have to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to discard 2. So I'll discard a Forbidden Orchard and a Door of Destinies.
I'll untap. Upkeep. I'm gonna draw my card.
Cool. And then Smothering Tithe will trigger.
I feel like being chaotic, but not to a crazy extent. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's fun. 1, 2, 3. Black, blue, colorless, red, and let's take another blue. We'll go ahead and cast my general. I'll play my land for turn, which would be an island. I'm going to play Brass's Tunnel Grinder. When this enters, I can discard any number of cards and draw that many number of cards plus 1.
Okay.
At the beginning of my end step, if I've descended, which is discarding cards or milling, or something leaving my board, I get a board counter on it. When I get to 3 board counters, I can transform it. So I am going to be discarding 1. I'm not going to go too gross. 2, 3. Because I really don't want him to get a metric ton of treasures.
What you
Or
discarding?
6.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of Zara,
Mm-hmm.
Thundering Falls, Fathom Fleet Captain,
Okay.
another pirate, my Black Market Connection, and Ruthless Knave. I will now proceed to draw 6 cards, actually, so you get 6 more.
Cool. I'll get 6 treasures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was not the hand I was hoping for. I will enter into combat. Trigger my general's ability. I'm going to bring back Zara with the finality counter. This stays on the board, sorry. My Brass's Tunnel Grinder. I will swing at you, my scary friend.
In
Trigger.
response. I'll just tap 2, so I'll go down to 5 treasures, and I will. Everybody lives.
Trigger still happens.
Yeah, sure.
I will get to look at your hand
Mhm.
and see any creatures that you have.
Can you tell me everybody lives, please?
Yep, so everybody lives. All creatures gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and then players can't lose the life this turn, and players can't lose the game or win the game this turn.
Yeah, I mean, I
Swing
guess
like
at that
one
point in
commander
time,
at me.
we're just going to go with Kenrith now that I know what your hand is.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. I'm going to move to my end step. This is going to go back to your hand.
Cool.
And I'm going to start to discard down, and I'm going to get a boar counter.
Cool.
I'll discard Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, Ramirez, De Pietro, Pillager, Bloodstained Mire, and Blazemire Verge.
Got it.
And that'll be it.
Sweet. Untap. Upkeep. Drop turn. I'm going to start out with one colorless and one blue to play my Everybody's Cheaper card. We've seen him before. I actually
They're going to
like
rebuild fast.
to follow that up with 1, 2, 3 for Hakbal. I'd like
Nice.
to start exploring again.
Second verse, same as the first.
I'm going to play land for turn now. I'm going to play Cavern of Souls,
Oh, I'm
naming
sorry.
Merfolk.
On your upkeep, the draw trigger for that.
You're fine. You can have the treasure. I'm going to pay
Bounced it.
2 blue. I'm not super worried about the uncounterable at the moment for Svellian. Svellian. Just say it really fast and nobody will know if you
Turn
can.
it up the sea and sky.
I'm going to go one
And unfortunately,
more.
you're not going to make us out again.
And we're going to go for the
He
Master
gone.
Pearl Trident.
Yep.
So this is my open mana. And we're going to start exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Moving the comment, we start on the left. It's the Singer of Swift Rivers. It gives me a shield counter. I'm not feeling it, so we're going to put that into the yard, and we're going to go for a counter.
Yeah.
Hakbal. Spreading Seas.
You can give him an island now.
Yeah, it does give him islands. Yeah, I don't actually feel particularly...
50 life? Yo, he just protected himself from 4 damage.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah. Like if there was ever a flex.
no, it was going to be 9 because and I was going to take 5 commander damage from my own commander. You know?
I don't think I was ever going to hit him with his commander again.
I looked at a Nature's Claim. I didn't want it.
It's fair.
And Worldly Tutor. Yeah, it's going to see that, but the tutor is going to stay on top.
Yeah.
And Hakbal won't attack because of Summoning Sickness, so I will not draw, and
I
we'll
can't give
pass.
a haste. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I will untap,
Don't let him try to
upkeep, draw.
she went to not attacking with
What
the
are you
haste.
talking about?
He's like, I was-
So Dustin wanted me to play humans.
So, Camilla. I am going to pass turn.
All right. And there was I'm sorry, the draw trigger for.
I do not pay.
Okay. Make
the
sure.
one positive thing is that his hand was not bananas.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell everybody. Why don't you? Notably, you saw my hand, and guess what? It was my board. So.
It was. I was surprised.
Oh,
I don't know how those got back there.
Play a plains for turn. Okay. I will 2 mana, cast a Sylvan Library.
Ah, I didn't know that was coming.
It was on the field. I'll pay 5. I'll cast my commander. Actually, I'll pay 4. Leave 1. Use my Cavern of Souls, so it's uncounterable.
Yeah.
I'll cast Kenrith. I'll use one of my treasures for a Birds of Paradise. And then I'll tap 2, a white and a green, and recast Melorna, the Living Cure. Again, no poison counters. Unfortunately, Jay knows that's my hand. So
I do. I do.
I guess I will draw. I'll draw a card, because why not? We're here. We're having fun, right?
Yeah.
I'll draw a card.
Are you activating Kenrith?
I am activating it once, yes. Would you like to respond to the activation?
No.
Okay.
You can draw a card.
I'll draw this card. Notably, it's not anything super duper gross. I will play it, though. It's Soul Ring. Cast Soul Ring. So it's CEDH. I pay 1, and I can tap for 2.
That's fast, man.
So, you know.
Wizards ban it.
After that, that's me. I'll pass after that.
Turn 30 Soul Ring. All right. I'm going to untap, upkeep. We're going to draw a card.
Yeah, Smothering Tide trigger.
All right. I'm going to play my land for the turn, which sounds fun. We're going to play Valley of Gorgoth, which is actually Wasteland. Wasteland can tap for 1 colorless mana, or I can sack it to destroy a non-basic land. I'd like to enter into combat. Trigger, my general.
Yeah, I'm triggered.
All right, cool.
That is confirmed. I am.
I'm gonna get Ramirez de Puerto Pillager back. When he comes in, I lose 2 life. Ping. But I will get to create 2 treasure tokens. I love my treasure. I love gold. I love gold.
I think we've been here too long. We need to go
Yeah, I
home.
think so, right?
He gets a finality counter, like the rest. All right, I am going to swingeth this guy. I wanted it to go that way, but there's a problem. He is a blocker, and I don't have trample. So we are going to be swinging this one at you, my friend.
The 4 in the air.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're going to exile the Worldly Tutor off top of the
I
library.
sure am.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But Trigger, I would like to see your hand first.
Yeah, exiling Worldly Tutor is rude.
Okay. In response to you, the trigger.
The trigger,
Yeah,
just
the
to look at your hand first.
I'm gonna play a card called Inspiring Call to draw a card for each creature I control with +1/+1 counter on it.
That's fair. She wants her
They will
Worldly
get
Tutor.
indestructible. I will draw
Nice.
4 cards. You can have your treasure.
Damn.
And then I will allow you to look at my hand and
Oh,
take
there's a good creature.
There's a whole bunch of new stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this guy just
Okay.
because,
The Hex Catcher.
yeah,
He's coming at me.
he is
As a
coming at
1/1
you.
And a 4/4
He's a 1/1 and a 4/4.
guy.
No.
Oh,
No.
so I'll just take the 5.
Trigger? Oh, exile the top card of your...
Correct.
I can
Let's
play
do
it
that.
as long as it stays remain removed. We're going to go into main phase 2.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast for 5 mana. I'm going to cast Reign of Riches. Reign of Riches is an enchantment. It says when it comes in the battlefield, I get to make 2 treasure tokens. The first spell you cast each turn that mana from a treasure token was spent on, I has Cascade. So I will be making 2 treasures.
Riches be raining.
And I think I would like to cast one more spell. I'll use 3 + 1 treasure in order to cast Monument of Endurance. It is an artifact. Whenever you discard a card, you can choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn, which is either to draw a card, to create a treasure token, or each opponent loses 3 life. This will have Cascade,
I don't want
because
to
this
lose.
is the first spell I've cast this turn using a treasure. So let's go until we hit a 2. That's not a 2. That's not a 2. I might not have very many left. Maybe we'll hit a Soul Ring that I don't know what it does. Oh, there we go. We hit an Entomb. So this goes to the bottom. Entomb comes in and triggers.
Yep.
And I will go and put a creature into my grave.
Mhm.
I got Warkite Marauder. He's a flying pirate who's a 2/1, and when he attacks, target creature defending player controls becomes a 0/1 to the end of the turn, when, just on his toughness and his attack.
Got it.
So basically, you keep your ability, but you get a 0/1. And I'll end my turn, and you can have this back. It was a good hand, though, by the way.
It was all right.
It was a good hand.
Okay, it's looking good. All right, moving to my turn.
Yes.
So we're gonna
I Nikki.
tap, upkeep, draw.
Smothered Tide trigger.
You got it.
Cool. Go up to 6.
Go to Courtyard is land for
Things like
turn. Naming Merfolk. I almost said naming humans.
Call it. Call humans.
I play humans in Modern, so I'm always secluded Courtyard naming humans, and I almost screwed it up.
You're really
but
trying to help him out, huh?
Nah, I would really like that to be Merfolk. I would like to pay 2 and 2 blue. And I'm going to play a Bident of Dassa.
Nice. Card draw.
I'm just going to play a Farseek because I'm able to, paying 2. Just want to get that out of my hand. So I'm going to go search for an island real quick. There she is. Great. We're going to go ahead and move into combat phase. We're going to start the Explore, starting on the left. That's going to go to hand. Hakbal.
Fierce Guardianship.
It's pretty good.
You should read that.
Yeah, I know what to do. So we're gonna leave a Fierce Guardianship on top here. Sylvian's gonna check it. And Master the Pearl Trident is gonna check it. I am going to attack because we have Island Walk.
Mm-hmm. At 12.
We've been beefing. I think I have to.
You're coming after me instead of the person with 50 life and the full board.
But I can't kill him.
You can, but you can nerf him.
No.
If you, all you're doing is about to give him the game.
No.
Swing at me.
No.
Honestly, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hold on, before you swing, I will use a treasure in order to channel force. I will discard X cards from my hand and then draw that many cards, and I'll deal that much damage. So I will discard 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've never actually seen that card. That's really cool.
This will trigger. I'll make a treasure. But this will also trigger for 4 mana. I use the treasure.
I will make you an offer you can't refuse.
Sure thing. I'll get 2 treasures.
See, you like treasures. Unfortunately, you just discard your hand as a cost.
It is. I'm going to go ahead and do the top card. Sadly, is going to be an offer you can't refuse, and I cannot use it to resolve this.
Can't refuse it.
It goes exile.
Yep.
So Svellian is going to attack for sure, and Hakbal is going to attack for sure because I want to make sure I get those attack triggers to draw.
Yeah.
Off of both. So I'm only going to send these two attack triggers.
With the attack triggers on the stack.
Attack triggers are on the stack.
Yep. I'm going to tap for 3, and I'm going to saw in half my Delighted Halfling. So I'm going to destroy it and make 2 of them.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do, or is that it?
Nope, that was it.
So attack trigger, I will draw
Jay's like, you want to save me here?
Nah, it's okay.
2 cards.
Yep, and then
Pinch.
Smothered Tide trigger for 2 treasures. Okay.
Good.
I'll get 2 treasures.
Oh, I also have
Damage.
damage
Yeah.
trigger. Gonna draw 2 more cards.
Cool. And then Smothered Tide on those.
You're good. You can.
And I'll take all 12, and I'm dead.
I'm so sorry, friend.
It's okay.
We were twinsies for a while.
Eventually, someone had to die.
Yeah,
someone had to go.
From here, I'm gonna pass. Pass the turn.
All right. Going to tap. So half is in graveyard. And draw.
And then on your draw trigger, Dusty.
You can make a treasure. You know, a while into the game, I'm finally going to play another land. Claim territory, naming Squirrels. All right,
That's life.
I'm going to tap one of my Delighted Halflings for a green. That's what we'll do here. I'm going to Growing Rights of Itlamok. So when Growing Rights of Itlamok enters the battlefield, I may look at the top 4 cards of my library. I may reveal a creature card from it, put it into hand, the rest on the bottom in any order. And then at the beginning of my end step, if I control 4 or more creatures, transform it, and it will transform into a slightly better Guy's Cradle.
Dang it, Jay had the way to destroy it too.
I knew it was in his hand, too.
You should have said something. Maybe I'd have saved you.
I didn't come to win. I came to be chaos.
Ivy Lane Denizen will go into hand. Ivy Lane Denizen, whenever another green creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. All right, so I'll tap 3. That's fine. I'm just gonna. And the Delighted Halfling
5 mana.
for Egra. Let's bring Egra back. I will move to my end step.
Yeah,
Flip
in
Growing
your end
Rights.
step,
Mhm.
I'll start doing stuff. I'll aim to start gaining 5 life.
I am going to respond to Kenrith with Tishana. I mean, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna pay the 2 for Tishana's.
Yeah. So I guess now we'll start doing other stuff. I will 3 mana. I will put Thalia and the Get Rog back on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I will 2 mana to draw a card. I will 2 mana to draw a card. I will 1 white mana to gain 5. 3, 4, 5, go up to 55. 2 mana, draw a card. 2 mana, draw a card. 2 mana, draw a card.
Yep.
And I think I'll be done.
Tashana resolves?
Cool. Yep, Tashana resolves. I'll go to my turn. I will untap.
Yep.
Sylvan Library will trigger. I'm just going to draw the 3 because heck with
Just
it,
gotta draw
man. So I'll draw 3. I'll take 8 life, and I will go down to 47. Fun fact is I didn't draw any more than 1 land, so I'll play a Swamp for turn. All right, for 3 mana, I'll play a Faber Elder, which will come in. It will be all 5. So we get +5/+5. I will go to combat.
Okey-doke.
I will spend 4 mana, go down to 1 treasure, and I will attempt to cast a Chroma's Will. Choose 1. If I control my commander, I cast this spell. I can choose both. Creatures I control gain Flying Vigilance, Double Strike until end of turn. Creatures I control also gain Lifelink, Indestructible, Protection from all colors until end of turn. Notably knowing there's a Fierce Guardianship in 1 hand.
Yeah, we're going to use it.
Cool. So in response to your Fierce, I will also Fierce Guardianship. Cool.
I will respond to that.
Cool. In response to the Fierce?
I'm going to Deadly Rollick your commander.
I will respond.
Yep.
I will attempt to cast Heroic Intervention.
Yep, that's it. That's game.
Cool.
You got it.
So all of these will resolve.
No.
Everything is obviously big enough.
Yep, you got
I'll go to combat and
You got
swing out.
Wonderful.
GG. GG.
I knew he was going to win.
Combat. I love a combat win.
Yep, that was it.
That's all I win. I only
Yeah,
win
yeah,
by
yeah.
combat.
Yep.
So close. But congratulations to Dylan for coming out with the win with Kenrith and showing that so far humans are the better hooligan here at Elder Dragon Hooligans. And I want to give a huge shout out to our special guest, Emmaskyward. Thanks for coming out and playing with us here at our table. Your Merfolk were disgusting and I hated them, but I loved playing with you. So we cannot wait to have you back with us. If you have not done so already, please like, subscribe, follow us, check us out. We have more gameplay videos coming in the future. We cannot wait to show you what's down the road. So we will see you on the next one.